All right, what is up, everybody? We are here with the Division 3 finals. It's going to be between Ghostify and Neon Nightcap, or Cats. They met once earlier on before playoffs, and Neon Nightcats were able to take it, but they've now gone all the way through the bracket into the finals. But what are you seeing between the players on each team, and how do you think they stack up with one another?
Actually, I think this is an incredibly even matchup. I mean, both teams are coming out of the lower group, Group B. They both had impressive regular seasons, 4-0 and 3-1, and their playoff runs have been equally as impressive. So, I think we might be in. I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in for a pretty long series here, Beetle.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, it looks like on the side of Ghostify, they got one sub coming in. Nefarious not going to be able to make it tonight, so they got Siege back there, who I played with Siege pretty recently over the last week or so, and he's pretty solid out there. Definitely doing good. Recently changed his keyboard settings because I guess he was using the old school. Just I don't know what I'm doing with the keyboard from like way back when he was a child and never actually fixed those. So he was excited about that. On the other side of Neon Nightcats, Forces has been impressing me. I played against him a couple of times, and the dude puts out a lot of damage. So I can see some interesting matchups coming in here between the players. And I know both teams do play relatively aggressive, so I expect to see a lot of clashing between them on trying to get map position.
Yeah, I agree. I don't picture there's going to be a lot of sort of just holding a ton of position. I think, like you mentioned, they're going to get map position and then just go, go, go. I am interested to see sort of you mentioned some of the players on both teams, but I do think it's looking at the CSR alone and looking at sort of we played against these guys this year, and it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a bloodbath, and we're starting out first with King of the Hill on Recharge, which is one of my favorite maps and modes. I love Recharge. I love Live Fire. I love Aquarius. I love all the sort of the classic maps because that's I'm old and I'm like that. But King of the Hill on Recharge, it would be interesting to see the opening strat and where everyone's going to go and how they're going to actually get set up. And sometimes it's you might sneak a third of the hill real quick while right off the spawn if you push it quick and everybody else is fighting elsewhere. So I'll be curious to see what they do once the timer ticks down to start.
Yeah, and I think it'll be a good pace setter as well because with the hill having to rotate all over the place, it means that people can't just, hold a setup. And so we'll see how exactly they deal with, once they get a pick, what are they doing? Are they going to try to pick up spawners or are they going to, play it more passive in that regard? How do they rotate the hill? Do they try to get there early? Things like that. So I do think we're going to be able to see a lot of expression from the teams on what they're going to want to do once these teams are ready to go. But, yeah, I mean, both these teams have pretty phenomenal records from what I was seeing when I looked over at the bracket, which for some reason seems to have closed for me. But yeah, I mean, they were both looking very nice out there in their original parts of the bracket. And again, the only loss that Ghostify has is when they did play Neon Nightcats. So they're definitely coming at it with that grudge match. I think that the match was pretty close. If I remember right, it went all the way into game 5. So definitely could have been anyone's game. We weren't able to catch it on stream or anything, so we'll never know exactly how it went down, but it should be leading us to a pretty good match. I know at least one of the teams, Neon Nightcats, is hyped to be on stream. They were asking us earlier, being like, "Hey, are these finals getting streamed?" So I would imagine they're going to put that best foot forward to try and make sure that they're showing us the best games that they can.
Yeah, when Ghostify and Neon Nightcats faced each other about a month ago, and since then, Ghostify has only dropped one map, so they've certainly started to click as a team or continued clicking as a team, and like you mentioned, they're fired up here and they're ready to go. So, I do love this graphic that we have up on the screen. So let's take a moment and talk about the 7 maps if we get that far. Obviously, we're going to start off with King of the Hill Recharge, then we're going to jump right into a Slayer on Solitude, which I feel like Slayer on Solitude can be so collapsy and it can get out of hand quickly, or it's going to be a battle to 50. I don't feel like I see many 35 to 50 or 38 to 50 sort of games on it, but it seems like it kind of swings one way or the other. But it looks like the map, King of the Hill Recharge, is loading up, so we're going to get off right into some action here, Beetle. And Best of 7, Grand Division 3 Grand Final, Season 6 of AB gets bigger and better every year. We are hyped for this matchup. Let's go.
Yeah, no, it definitely should be a fun one. And yeah, I'm interested to see what they do. I know there's often a big scuffle going in for white, but I've more and more been seeing teams sneak that camo early because of like people's attention towards white or people trying to like quickly get up to like glass and shock and things like that. And it feels like teams are not, respecting the fact that somebody can just slide over that camo instantly in the beginning if no one is watching. So with these teams playing so fast, I'm wondering if we're going to see something kind of tricky like that. But it looks like we're starting off with Forces, who is going to come up top. He's watching Bridge, and yeah, no one should be able to sneak cam with him, but nobody really went white with him. So he should be able to get one kill, but he does end up getting picked off. We've got some trades coming as Neon Icon picks one up with a nade, which is kind of hard to do. Those nades bounce pretty high, so that player has to be pretty low to go down. He is getting some hill time, but I do think Camo went the side of Ghostify.
Yeah, this is sort of exactly what I was talking about, how you can sneak some hill time early on here if anyone's fighting for camo, and it looks like that's exactly what happened, and now it gives everyone a chance to sort of set up on the map, and Nascas is going to try to revert back, but gets shot right in the dome with the shock, and NyQuil continues to just slay players like it's no big deal while this team's picking up some very, very, very almost first hill, very valuable hill time.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised to see that Neon Nightcats came out with that camo because Ghostify was the one putting most of the focus there. Neon Nightcats were sneaking the hill and stuff, but I guess enough damage was done from that grenade and the kill Forces picked off in the beginning for them to just get down there and get it. Now NyQuil has the shock in the back, doesn't quite catch the shot. A good grenade, but the players jump over the box, so he's going to go down. They got that first hill pretty quickly, so Ghostify is going to have to answer back here pretty fast if they want to make something happen. The first shot's not going to come in. The crouch comes through, and Siege is going to duck that shock, being able to take out another player. But it looks like everyone is going to go down, and Ninja is trying to do what he can. He has been spotted out, so he needs to be careful here. He needs to not get picked before his team is able to get to him. Take some damage and is going to back out.
Yeah, that was a really nice live by Ninja there. He sort of, I think his butt cheeks were puckering a little bit there. He was a long haul one shot, and he jumped to Sneaky and was able to revert back. And now he's going to drop bottom mid and do some great damage on the hill. And hopefully a grenade will be able to come in from his teammates to clean up the hill player. But looks like some more hill time is continuing to go for Ghostify right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just locking it down really nice. It feels like every time they get into the fights, they're not panicking. They're hitting those shots, and Neon Nightcat's looking quite strong at the moment. NyQuil has that camo once again, is going to get a punch, is staying alive for now. The shots are coming through from that A door player, but wasn't able to quite track him down. And so 2 quick hills going over to Neon Nightcats as he picks up an extra consolation kill before going down, trying to pressure the hill.
Yeah, I think I said Ghostify, but I meant Neon. So thanks for picking up my error there, Beetle. I appreciate
Dude,
it.
that's such a good name.
We do. That was a great name. We do see some nice damage coming out of Rondon, but he's sort of taken out of the fight right now. There's a 2-hill advantage for Neon Nightcat, so not exactly the start that you would want if you're Ghostify, but lots to go in this game. And A control here is so critical, and you can see Forces trying to make his way over there, but unfortunately has met by someone on Catwalk and going to try to continue to fight his way into A. And it's such a huge kill by Forces to take control of A for his team.
Yeah, and I mean, I just feel like these players are playing so solid right now, being able to get the damage they need. And one thing that kind of goes in the favor of Ghostify, even though they're down a bit, is those first hills got capped really quickly. So if they can answer back with this next hill without letting too much time bleed away, then they won't really have to worry too much about getting trapped into a situation where they're just stalling you out and not letting you in the hill. So that is always something to look for if you're, the team down a couple of hills, is if they didn't burn a lot of time getting them, you have plenty of time to kind of slow play your way back into the game. But the push is coming through. Oh, Siege almost sneaks the kill, but can't get one in the 2v1. And so he is going to go down. Looks like Ninja, last player up. He's going to see if he can't get some damage, but the teamwork is a little too solid, and Neon Nightcats looking incredible as they're about to tap in a 3rd hill with less than a minute going down from the overall clock.
Yeah, you mentioned Siege had, I think you mentioned Siege had reset some of his mouse and keyboard settings, and he's leading the lobby. He's tied now with 9 kills. So
I can tell you who taught him how to do it too.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was Scoobmeister, who I'm pretty sure is one of the Australian M&K pros. And yeah, he went in, got some like coaching with that, and was able to get real mouse and key settings for Halo. So seems to be working. He's having a phenomenal game. Already has 9 kills.
Oh, Yeah, you just destroyed Ninja, what I think was probably off spawn, but or very close to it. And so he's trying to line up the next one, and
Oh
Naughty
no.
has her head taken off. Oh no, poor Naughty. She's you spawn there, you jump out, you think there's some damage done, and all of a sudden your head's just rolling around on the floor. So that's too bad for her. But Neon just continues to put down damage and not let people even get to control. So he's just completely ego chowing everything, and it's paying off because he's doing so much damage.
Yeah, that repeat was wild when he was one shot. Oh no, gets the punch. He's gonna go down. Good job by Nascast to not like punch panic early, as he got all the shots once he knew he wasn't gonna go down from one punch. But the game is already over as Neon Nightcats just kind of clean swept all of those hills. I felt like they were getting the kills exactly when they needed to and really capitalizing on it, making the most. I even got those matching armors looking like a picnic table, but that'll get the job done.
Yeah, no, that was exactly how you'd want to start out if you were Neon there to just sort of completely take control of the map. And we talked about in the fourth hill there, poor Ghostify, they weren't even able to get through control without taking so much damage and just dying. So it's only map one. We said it's a best of 7, long way to go. These players are going to get warmed up, and I expect Slayer Solitude to be a little bit closer. But looking at the kill feed, if you're Ghostify, you definitely have to pick it up for map 2.
Yeah, they're certainly going to need to make something happen. I mean, one other thing that's kind of nice is like recharge can be a really difficult map. Sometimes it's just so hard to get anywhere if people are watching the crosses correctly. And it felt like even with the hills rotating, that was what was happening. Like anytime Ghostify tried to push something, they were just taking a ton of extra chip damage, which made the little fights they got in after they got established somewhere that much harder to win. Plus the fact that Neon Nightcats, they had a lot of really good 1v1 wins. Like, I mean, I still remember right in the very start, Forces was able to pick up a kill bottom mid while getting pushed on overhang, and he still cleaned up his kill before he ended up going down. And those are the kind of plays that, like, over time throughout a match, if everybody's getting those little trade out kills when they're in a poor position, are going to add up and make it really difficult for your team to get anything done. So, Neon Nightcats looking strong. We do got a lot of games to go though, so I would imagine Ghostify is going to be able to, kind of find their own. I know they are all solid players, and I'm not really sure if they were warming up beforehand. I know Neon Nightcats were.
Yeah, they definitely were. They were in the VC for quite a while, getting some reps in, which is always good to see. Looking at the graphic here, you see as a 4-0 win for Eagle team as we head into the next match against Slayer Solitude. So this one can be a bit streaky. I feel like it's gonna be a five kill game or a 25 kill game, or 20 kill game probably. So we'll see how the players start out in the opening strat, and the camo fight is always a little bit prolonged on this map, just given its location. And so it'll be curious to see if anybody pushes yard or if they sort of try to fly over the shock at sea, and just where all the players are going on their opening strat.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of custom stuff you can do in the opening, like whether you're pushing yard. If somebody goes driveway, nobody goes truck right away. The driveway guy's a great angle, but driveway gets shut down by truck. And it looks like they did have the launch coming in as that camo quickly goes down, Forces and Neon each picking up a kill. And now we got Nightquill coming up, is going to grab that shock. So once again, a good opening from Neon Nightcats. See what they can do with it. Rondon already spotting people out, and this camo player knows there's a couple in loop. Is going to hit one, gets a chain damage onto another. That player is trying to peek out. I think he might not have realized that was the camo guy because he only saw him right after the shot. So it was a little dangerous out there. A lot of damage coming in from Nightquill, but he hasn't been able to really seal the deal yet. About to see, he's playing it super patient, and they're going to get a collapse for a 6-0 start.
Yeah, so everything I said about camo taking a little bit of time at the
Oh, never mind.
beginning, I thought I hit him right in the butt at
That
first,
was
but
Observer bugging it. I thought so
yeah,
too, but it
yeah,
kept going. So I was like, oh, whoops.
yeah, everything I said about opening camo taking a little bit of time was just thrown out the window because they just the way that the both teams opening strat, they happen to go the exact right direction to give up camo for free, unfortunately.
Yeah, things are definitely looking tough, and it's crazy that Nightfall only has 1 kill right now because he was doing so much. He has 3 assists, but I felt like he was involved in so much of that pinch that got that lead kind of blown open. But we have a bit of an answer back from Ghostify. They're only down 3 now, and Nazcast does have that shock. Nazcast is a pretty dangerous player. We'll see what he can do against this guy on truck. He's going to try to find it, but no, doesn't get there. That nade's going to damage him when he gets flanked by a player. I don't think he thought anyone was going to be in loop. So now Siege going to have to take a piv. We'll see the over challenge is not there as Neon too tight on the teamwork. They bait and switch, going to take him down. Naughty tries to follow up the damage, isn't going to be able to because there's a player in yard. The pinch is coming in. Ninja gets one, but they're both one shot. Ninja gets another, and is going to maybe save the day for a little bit, but the collapse is still too fast. Rondon is there.
Yeah, that was a great play by Ninja to sort of get a kill and then sneak behind his teammate and do some team shotting there. So it's exactly the kind of teamwork that we need to see out of Ninja. Looking at the assists last game, looks like Neon Nightcats, I believe, won the assist battle. And when it comes to Slayer, it really is all about the assist and shooting together. And so we'll see if they can continue to tighten things up here. It's only a 4-kill lead, only a 3-kill lead right now. So lots of Halo to go. And Beetle, I think it might be time for a listen in here. What do you think?
Absolutely. You got your eyes on either of the teams, though? Who do you want to hear?
I want to hear the team that's down 1-0 here, and my stretch it backward here. So let's see Ghostify. I think they're the team. They're 3 kills down and down 1-0 in the series, right? So let's hear their comms and how they're planning to make a comeback.
Yep, 2 market and 1 ledge. Ledge died.
1.
Two one-shot dip. 2 1-shot dip. Nice.
LR.
Siege, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm backing up. We gotta get high ground.
Ledge.
I just low.
I backed him off.
I'm going hotel. I'm going hotel.
I have the shock on me on benches.
I'm looking at
Stuck
you.
one right now. Hey, got two. Let's go.
On my ping.
Nice.
There's one on me on posters.
I'm in
with you.
flowers.
I'm with you, Dylan.
Might have rotated.
Naz, you're alone. I'm trying to get to you, brother.
No, he's here.
One
There's
shot of
2.
posters. There's 2
I
in
need help.
posters. Both are low.
I'm getting shot from ledge. I'm going window. I'm going window.
Yep, just back up now. Just back up.
I'm dead.
Ledge right now in mid bridge. I spawned glass.
No,
I'm
we'll
gonna-
get
I'm
that.
pinching yard. I'm pinching yard.
Guys, 2 trucks.
One
going
shot on the
ramp.
left.
There's gonna be 2 behind you, Siege.
Heard that.
Coming behind. I'm getting ledge.
Yep.
I'm getting ledge. Posters.
I'm with you, Ness.
Posters. One shot.
There's
He dropped
2,
soda.
Ness. There's 2.
They're baiting me. They're baiting
Killed
me.
one.
Yeah, I know.
There's one
I'm
load
with
up.
you.
Load up.
Driveway
Load up.
weak. Driveway weak.
Yep. And yard. One shot.
I'm getting chased. Driveway.
Okay.
Driveway right now. One driveway alone. Pushing in.
We're with you.
Literally alone.
He's
I have
dead.
camo.
Good camo. Let's go. We're only down by 2. Let's be smart. One on me.
Hotel
One on me.
alone.
Hotel. I'm pushing back hotel right now. Heads up.
Hurt.
I'm gonna
I
look.
don't know. They backed up. I don't know.
I'm getting in the
I'm
blue window.
a yard. 2 yard.
Ninja,
2
I'm
yard.
pushing
2
in,
yard.
Pushing in. Heard that.
One's low. One. They're nading
They're hurt, they're
themselves.
hurt.
They're gonna be damaged still.
They might push it. Watch out. They
Killed one.
Let's push in.
Killed 2.
Another driveway. Last
One
guy.
more.
LR.
Last one LR.
Oh,
He's one
that's
shot.
all
He's one
you.
shot.
Let's go.
Watch driver.
Ah!
Watch driver
Good
drop.
shit. Let's
Nice.
go. I'm going ledge. I got ledge.
2 up.
Spawning benches right now. He's already 2 shots in. Cycle this kid.
Back truck.
Lift.
I had to
Lift
back
one
off though.
shot.
I had to back off.
Dead. Another one left.
He's still 1 shot behind the benches. Nade it.
2. There's 2. I'm backing up.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm alone.
I'm pushing C.
C-plot above me.
One on LR.
LR.
LR There's another on me. LR.
Ninja, I'm coming to you. Back up.
One shot. He's backyard. He might go driveway.
You're by yourself, Siege. We're not
Yeah,
with
heard
you.
that. Thank you. I'm backing
We're
up.
almost there.
I'm gonna go.
Watch
I'm
your
gonna
back
wrap
tram.
around
Back
loop.
tram.
LR.
One on loop here.
I'm pushing right. Let's go.
Watch out. I'm nading at siege.
Driveway 1.
Driveway in yard.
Top ledge. Top ledge is 1 shot.
Let's
Watch
go.
out, you're
Good shots.
driveway
3 down.
On posters.
Last is Luke.
On my
Luke's
X.
going
He's
in LR.
LR.
Luke's going LR. I'm looking.
He's 1 shot.
He's dead. Let's go.
I spawn loop.
Yeah, they're spawning. They're
Play
on
the
me.
pillars, play the
They're on me yard.
How many?
I don't know. I was just gonna shut them back. 2 at least.
Nice.
3.
Good kill, Naughty.
All right, we're back from that listening, and I felt like they got real fired up after that camo ledge play. Bump, how did you feel about the listening?
Yeah, no, I thought that their comms at the beginning were sort of kind of quiet, and I even mentioned there was kind of a long stretch there. We didn't really hear much, but then all of a sudden the camo play came in, they took the lead, and they are fired up, which is exactly what we would want to see for our finals. And all of a sudden they have a 6-kill lead with only 8 kills to go. So Ninja Dilly, 15 kills. He's just absolutely putting the team on his back right now and saying, you think that you won the first round pretty easily? No, we're gonna come back, and we got a long series ahead of us, boys and girls. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nazcat's sitting there with 13 assists as well. Is doing so much. The shock does not quite connect as Nightquill's trying to bring this closer. They're only down 4, so with a little bit of good teamwork, they might be able to bring this back. It is 3. Make that 2 as the collapses are kind of coming in. Nazca has the huge double, though. Picks up a headshot and a nade. is going to kind of make up for those kills that went down, and that extends it right back into 4. NyQuil's trying to get something to happen. The reach out comes, and he is going to go down as Naughty hits a nice chow. Nascast comes in to help as they take down Neon Icon. Only 2 left. They know they have a player trapped in loop. There are so many nades. They're making sure this player cannot get away, and they just need one more. We'll have to see where they find it. It looks like it should be Yard. Oh, it's all 3 are in the
Oh,
nade
no.
trap door. That's so dangerous. No one was there to nade them so far, but I'm concerned for him.
Yeah, this is sort of a good little sneaky play by NASCAR. He might not be able to sneak a kill, but he can probably do just enough damage, hopefully, for his teammates to throw a grenade. But they go 3 down, and Siege is playing his life nicely. And, you know, they only need 1, so they can sort of bum rush somebody, you would think, and drop a couple grenades. But, you know, one more team wipe like that, and all of a sudden, everyone's playing a lot slower and trying to not be the 50th kill.
Oh, I'm
Siege is
so
hot.
concerned.
He's hot. He's hot. Come on.
trying to get in there. Oh, wait, another player go. No
Yeah.
way. They
Oh.
managed to take him down, but NyQuil went down. I think NyQuil was the player that went up into S4, which I thought was a little dangerous if the ramp players weren't going to be able to back him up, and they did get pushed back right away. So, you know, it looks like this is going to be a very interesting series. I mean, these teams are really kind of going back and forth on having very dominant position. So now that we're tied up, is like I got to see, you know, what are they going to do in this next match, and how are they going to kind of adapt to each other? It looks like Ghostify maybe figured something out that last game.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the assists too, it's only 3 assists that separate the teams, which is, you know, makes sense given it's such a close game. The team the team that wins the assist battle is often the team that will win, especially in Slayer, so it makes sense. But, you know, NyQuil 19 kills, and unfortunately, he just, you know, he needed a few more. He needed to hit that 23 mark or 24 mark for his team to be able to pull off the 50. But NyQuil certainly a great game. But, you know, looking at sort of across the entire kill feed for both teams, you know, I'd say Ghostify was a lot more even, right? 16, 13, 11, 10. They were playing tight together. They were finishing each other's shots. We heard their comms. They're getting fired up. Next is CTF on Origin, which, you know, I think is quickly becoming one of my favorite maps and modes. I mean, I love them all. What am I saying? But quickly becoming one of my favorite maps and modes. But I am so excited to see how these two teams play and see how much matchmaking they've been playing and how much scrimming they've been doing, because it's still relatively new to the Halo Infinite game. But I feel like there's a lot of sort of strats and setups that are starting to be developed for Origin.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I feel like people getting more used to how to spawn trap in the base is really important. It's like you need to keep someone by cave if you're on that side, because players will spawn up on like that in between of cave and snipe ramp. So you can't push in too much. You just got to watch out for that a little bit. So it should be exciting to see what they're going to do with this. And I feel like this is another map that's like pretty explosive. Once you get a couple of kills, like it is not that hard to get from snipe into the base. Like you can get in there so quickly and just start like really containing the other team. So it looks like we're having at least 3 going to snipe, which I think is the normal play. Generally, you see 3 snipe, 1 rockets from each team. Nascast does decent damage right away. Looks like might be able to pick up one. No, gets 2 players low, but forces a NyQuil where each able to pick up kills. So Nascast a little in danger now. Does quickly reposition, which is maybe going to catch him with that snipe player. So he is stalling them out for now. If he can get this kill, that would be insane. But no, not quite, as NyQuil was able to pick it up. But the help comes through as Siege gets a couple, and we've more or less traded out for both teams with, I think, a little bit of advantage going over to to Ghostify.
Yeah, I think again, I love the opening of this map because there's so many possibilities, and it's always oh
my.
oh no, what a shot by Siege! It's always so many possibilities between rocket and snipe and where things are going to play out. And you see Siege with another body shot, and his teammates are able to come in and clean it up. And this is a huge fight bottom mid, and it looks like it's going to continue to sort of trade back and forth for a bit. So we haven't really seen any full map control yet, as this is still sort of somewhat of the opening strat, and things will start to settle out here in a minute, and we'll start to see how the teams really do want to position themselves for this CTF run.
Yeah, and I mean, Ghostify definitely has the edge right now. It feels like they've gotten control of Snipe twice, and they know that Neon Icon is here, stuck in the cave. They're going to try to take him out. He was still low. He almost is able to get that trade, but not quite. As the overextension is coming through, Naughty has that snipe. If she can get a shot on one of these players, is pretty close on the first one, but not able to get there. We'll have to see. what can happen with Ninja. He gets one and has the flag moving. Siege traded out, and I think that was with the player that was oh no, that was a player in the base. I like this from Ninja, actually taking some time to get more damage. Unfortunately, Nascast wasn't quite ready. Looks like is gonna pick up that kill though. The trade doesn't come through, and the flag's still moving, so things are looking good. For now, Siege is able to pick up one, and they might be able to keep moving that flag. They just need to get this one player off of the snipe side. I think they're okay.
Yeah, Siege is doing a nice job of sort of playing silver there and trying to make sure that his teammates don't just get a flank and a grenade. And he's doing great pickup there by Ninja as well. So looks like we're very close. They're inching closer and closer. This is almost an impossible flag to stop once it gets here, but you never know. And certainly stranger things have happened. And I should really just stop talking. I think I feel like I'm 0 for 3 on things that I say, and we see an immediate counter pull and some kills coming in, and now we see 3 down.
Oh,
Oh my god, he just flies off the top rope and gives him the people's elbow. That's amazing.
is going to take him down. The flag will get returned. I thought they were in a pretty good spot for that counter cap, but they did end up getting picked up on that snipe ramp side. So we're back to even with Neon Icon trying to move up, but it looks like Ghostify is already there. Siege going to go down from perfect shots, though. A good break, but all the rest are flooding through. Nascast picks up a triple kill. See if he's able to get one more. Naughty's going to go down. The last player, Nightquill, he's trying to overextend, but unfortunately Sniper is up, which puts him in an awkward spot because he cannot let them have that sniper, but also needs to stop the flag. He's going to try. He has some teamwork or some help there with the shots from Rockets. And if he can stay alive, which he should be able to with those 2 teammates above him, I think he might be able to get this return. It seems like they've taken down quite a few. Siege goes down as well. So now they're thinking about pushing up. Doesn't quite get the kill as Nascast was hitting a little bit too good of shots.
Yeah, Beetle, thinking about that first flag run that was so close to going in, if you're on Ghostify right now, what do you have to do a little bit differently in order to sort of put the flag home?
You got to move it faster. They had the chance, especially after the first kill went down once they had it out of maze. And then I can't remember who was running it, but they opted to like turn around and start fighting on snipe side. And they did get good shots and damage. I think they might have even killed the guy that came from the other maze, but you didn't need to. That player was too far behind. You could have had that flag up way faster. So I think they were just a little bit too cautious once they were in a position where they didn't need to be cautious anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's a very, very good insight by All-Star caster Beetle himself. Looking at the kill feed though, Nascast and Siege both have 10 and 11 kills, and this is a map that they're certainly familiar with. Similarly, Nightquill is pacing his team with 10 kills. So, you know, the people that we would expect to be doing the damage and the slays, they're certainly showing up for their teams. And Ninja Dilly, I would imagine we're going to start to see his numbers trickle up here relatively soon once we get some map position coming again.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just kind of felt like Ghostify has had the edge this entire map. And you can see it in the kill. Oh, okay. And it looks like we're going to be running it back in a second. 0-0. Assuming full reset would be my guess. I don't know if we're going to... Actually, we have the technology. We can put that 7-minute timer on. But this makes the start of it all that much more interesting again because Snipe and Rockets are both going to be up. So they will have to have a bit of a fight for it. As the players are moving through. Nascast doesn't seem happy about what just happened.
Yeah, and I think, you know, unfortunately DCs happen and different things happen, but if you're Ghostify, you definitely were liking the feel of that game. You almost had one flag cap. Like you mentioned, you were sort of you were more on the offensive. You were on the offense for most of the game. You liked the setups. You like how things were going in your favor. And, you know, I think you had a flagpole there as well. So you were, things were feeling good for you. Things were feeling good. But,
what do you
you know,
mean it was Get those tinfoil hats on, boys. It's time to start coming up with the conspiracies. He pulled his plug because they knew that cap was going in. Okay, that's what's
happened.
being said for those that don't understand, can't read between the lines there.
I was here for it. I saw it. I saw him reach down and just pull it. He kicked it. I think he had a little bit of a cramp in his leg real quick and just kicked it right off by. It was totally by accident. So. Sorry, I'm reading the chat along with you. And so.
This is great. Somebody DM them and be like, "It's D3. Relax. Like it's not that serious, guys." Also,
there is a.
It's 2025 Halo Infinite. I think everybody knows that the game crashes sometimes. That is a thing that happens. But I expect Ghostify to be coming out swinging. They were ahead the entire time, so I don't think that we're gonna see too many problems as this game moves forward. For them, it didn't really look like they were losing control at any point, so I don't see why they would randomly start losing control now.
Yeah, I agree. I think we sort of saw how the map is going to be played, and it would take a very different opening and very different sort of deciding where you're going to push, which that's very unlikely. So, I think the players are trying to work out, when do we start, and they're joking around, which is good. I do appreciate some good jokes. But there's a $200 prize pool in the line here, so I mean there is some money involved. The players certainly have put in their time this season, and it's Division 3, and I appreciate that. We have 4 divisions. Division 1 is our top tier division, and then we sort of work our way down from there with different CSR ranks and caps. And I see Reaper on the production, as always, just top notch. If you're not a member of our AB team, feel free to. But these D3 players, they have their blood, sweat, and tears into the season. This is their grand finals. They're being casted in Stree, and this is their moment, Beetle. And so I appreciate the competitive vibes. We're not playing for $100,000, but hey, $200 is $200, and I appreciate that these teams are like, let's go. We had something going on. We had a good match going. Let's pick it right back up. Let's go.
Yeah, no, they're definitely that's definitely the vibe that I got from them. Is that they were like, oh man, we'll just run it right back, all nice and happy. I think they're going to be okay. And like I said, I do feel like I would expect Yostify to still be on the offensive. It felt like they really, like, from the beginning of the match to where the match stopped, they had kind of upped their game a bit on how they were controlling snipe. So I do expect them to be able to take over the snipe pretty early. I'm wondering if we'll see a similar start. Last time, one of their players went immediately to Maze looking up, whereas on Neon Nightcats, they had 2 go up through the backside to try to get onto Pyramid, which is kind of canceled out by the Maze player. So Nascast is here, and they slow played this time. I'm going to take him out quickly. Looks like Ninja managed to get a kill as well, and I think that means he won the rocket side of the fight. The flank comes through as Ninja and Siege are able to each get kills, and now both power weapons are on the side of Ghostify. So they're once again putting in the pressure.
Yeah, we saw 3 players go down. Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no! We saw 3 players go down right away off the rip. So looks like this map is going to continue. Oh, did he not see him on? He didn't see him on the window. Oh no, he didn't see him. But so we're going to see another flag pull. I would assume relatively quick here once they get a couple kills. But unfortunately, they overextended and they gave up the cave spawns. They're going to have to do another round of slays here and try to really get some map control on the cave side if they're going to try to pull this. And unfortunately, Ninja misses a snipe, but he does have help if he can live. So a huge live there by Ninja, and he's getting some good comms for his team, being able to communicate that there's 2 players pushing from the middle.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. They're still somehow scrapping this together. I feel like they keep getting decent trades. The flag is now in a pretty okay spot. If they don't overextend too hard, they can pick off people on the return, but Naughty is able to get it through, trying to get it up that ramp, is taking some damage, but now it's in a good spot, and the spawners are starting to come in from elbow, so it's going to be really difficult to get that through. It looks like Forces was able to sneak in. We'll see what he can do. Gets the pull on the flag. Is going to survive for now as Siege got stuck reloading, tries to move the flag a bit farther away, and this scramble's getting crazy, but it looks like Nightquill gonna get the re and start moving the flag. 2 are still down, having a little bit trouble, has got caught on the wall. There are a couple players in snipe. I think he spotted at least one and is gonna be able to pick up Siege. Naughty gets another one. The trades are coming through, but it does look like Force's last one up is gonna have to try to move that flag, as their flag is also getting pulled. He's in a situation, but Nascast is gonna take him out, and this is going really back and forth.
This is wild. We've seen so many good pulls, almost a flag cap, a team wipe, a last second pull of their own flag to get it back, and some more slays. This is just absolutely wild, which is one of my favorite reasons why I love this map. We're going to see another return come. So there's certainly the flag efficiency has not been very good. They've almost been, close but no cigar kind of stuff. But I love the action and the teams and just collapsing everywhere and the beatdowns, and I love this map so much, Beetle.
Yeah, they're making it happen. I feel like they're just having a little bit of trouble catching those overextenders each time the pull is happening. But Naughty notices that rockets are up, is kind of trying to watch for the elbow player. Is going to spot one, gets a little bit of damage on him for now. Doesn't have to overchow, is just buying time for some of the teammates. And we saw in the corner of the screen, does have someone over there. Siege is going to come up, gets one. Ninja gets one, and Naughty staying alive here would be so big. But Siege and Ninja end up going down. I think that means there might be one rocket left. I heard one. I don't know if I heard the second one get shot.
Yeah, I only heard one as well, so we'll see if that becomes a factor or if we just didn't hear the second one. Sniper's going in the hands of Neon, who is going to try to take control of the cave side and do some damage. And oh, I thought he hit that one. People, I would say, I meant to say this earlier, but when I think Neon Nightcats maybe when they were running the flag, they brought it towards May's side and they dropped it down May's and he jumped up catwalk and he totally caught the player who was just sitting there staring at the flag off guard. And I'm definitely going to start doing that because I think that's such a great idea.
It's decent. I mean, it slows you down. The reason he did it is when he was running it, he saw a player going up from sniper ramp. And
For
so
sure.
he dropped it in Maze and climbed up and was able to also, you know, it saved him from the other player that was on the opposite maze. So I don't know if it's an always thing to do because it will slow it down a lot if there's nobody there, and that's kind of awkward. But if you have the callouts, it's a great misdirection. If you know that they're going to be there, you can drop that flag because you can get up here so fast.
Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't be. It's not a forever strat, but it definitely helps. And while we were talking about that, we do see a flag cap come in from Neon Nightcats. So, you know, after all that back and forth, and Ghostify was so close, they are finding themselves down 1-0 in CTF. But we did have 4 players down, or at least 3 players down for Neon Nightcats temporarily, which is going to allow Ghostify to take some map control and continue to put the pressure on Neon.
Yeah, they're picking up good kills here. They got 3 down, but they just don't quite have enough people on the side of the map to get the pull as the spawns are coming in. A lot of players really low. Siege gets 1, and Nascas has that cross angle. This bottom mid player bottom base is going to go down, and that was a must win for Ninja. He had to get that kill. Forces is the last one up, but he's taken low as well. The flag is still moving. Neon Icon is up. We'll have to see if anyone is going to be able to get a shot on him as he's coming across the map. They're having some trouble with this flag, and it always feels bad when you hit the slide, but you just don't get the grab, and that might have been enough for Neon Nightcats to get across for the return. They get 3 down. Naughty's the last one up. She's not really in position to stop him. Is going to pick up rockets, but there's a player here, so she's going to have to trade out.
Oh my god, you saw 2 flag jumbles, unfortunately. You saw him sort of fumble it when he was trying to jump back up to Maze, and then the G slide with the flag, and it's, you know, if it works out, it's a great strat and you feel good about it, and if it doesn't, that's exactly the downside to what can happen. So it looks like we're close to a second flag cap, but you know, still a long way to go because we've seen closer flags be returned for lesser of a fight. So.
Well, it looks like Forces got 1, 3 down. Siege the only player up, so they are going to tap in a second one. And Neon Nightcats are looking good. They certainly have found their footing here, and it seems like they know what they want to do. An awkward fight going on the other side of the wall. Forces was trying to figure out how to get involved, but it ends with the trade. So he's going to happily get this snipe with a lot of pressure on him, and he's going to end up going down. Which is, again, decent for Ghostify. They have the snipe, and at this point, they really need to make something happen with them. They're down 2 flags with only 5 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Yeah, if you're Ghostify right now, I feel like you feel like you've had so many good opportunities that you still have to know that there's still 5 minutes to go, and you certainly have been right in this, and you've had some close caps, but you want to get another one here relatively quick to get the vibes back up on your team. And you know, Nascas was in the chat, sort of like, hey, what happened to the? Well, why do we have to reset it? And I would imagine this is not going to help the sort of the pain of the unfortunate reset that we had to do.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be able to keep it together because we do have a lot of game left to play. They once again got 3 down. Ninja is pushing up right now. The spawners have come in from elbow, but Siege is on the case, gets 1. Another one shot. He's opting to grab the flag, but the other spawners came in through cave. And I feel like we're seeing this happen a lot where there's just maybe not enough communication about how they're trying to push that to make sure you leave somebody in the cave spawn so that won't be able to happen. As 3 are going to go down, it looks like Neon Nightcats are able to stabilize in their base and potentially start getting a push going. Ninja is trying to see if he can catch out any of the players coming across, but he takes a lot of damage, and it looks like he is going to go down.
Yeah, I think that you hit the nail on the head there. Is that they all sort of have been committing to the flag, and they're just leaving cave open, unfortunately. Which in this map you have to control cave if you're going to try to get a flag spawn. And Forces is moving this so quickly. He's leading the. I mean, look at how many kills he has. He has 25 kills, pulling a flag. He already has 1 flag score. And it looks like he's about to dunk it for the victory.
Yeah, I mean, that turned around pretty quickly. And again, it felt like there were a couple opportunities for Ghostify where they almost had that flag in and just got stopped short. 2 in this last game, 1 before the reset, where they were able to get it all the way to their furnace and just could not quite get it the rest of the way. So unfortunate for them. Once again, I felt like they had a quite the chance there, but like you said, Forces was going crazy with 25 kills. Good assist from the team though to help support him with that. So definitely everybody firing on all cylinders there is going to give Neon Nightcaps a 1-game advantage so far in this grand finals of Division 3.
Yeah, and again, looking at the kills and the assist, I think Neon Nightcats won the assist by 3 or 4, and so again, every assist is such a big deal. But if you have a player going 25 and 13, that is so hard to overcome on a team. I mean, that's just absolute. Forces was a force to be reckoned with. He put that team on his back and sort of said, "Let's go, let's get some flag caps quick." Ghostify had sort of the momentum, and they were feeling good for the first version of this, and then they even had a really good strat, and then all of a sudden it was just like, nope, we're not going to do that anymore. This is going to be a completely different game, and it was.
Yeah, things were definitely tough. Huge shout out to Hyphy RS for the follow. Thanks for following us. Hope you're enjoying the cast. But yeah, no, Force is going crazy. I'm liking to see this. This didn't surprise me too much. I was wondering what his damage was going to look like, but I felt like with the assist numbers and stuff, like it was all going to be pretty close. And so, a lot of right place, right time kills coming in, making sure he was there to clean up for the team and winning the pivs he needed to. But yeah, that damage differential, a little tough to overcome. I felt like they weren't down by too much on Ghostify. But kind of with what we were seeing with some of those flag pulls and how the team was spawning behind them, I think they just need to bring up the small talk a little bit more and try to make sure that they're communicating who's doing what in those scenarios, so everybody doesn't just end up in the exact same spot.
Yeah, I agree. And you sort of need somebody to take the IGL responsibility and really just make sure that players know their responsibility and know the spawns as much as, I mean, they're definitely slaying and they're getting damage down. And, there's no doubt, they Ghostify won the Slayer game and they put lots of damage and plenty of slays, enough slays to definitely make it not a 3-0 for CTF. So I think it just comes down to positioning. It's nothing about gun skill and sort of teamwork. It's really just sort of the minutia of, all right, we just killed 2 on their flag. If we all push forward or someone's window and no one's cave, and just some of those little things that, again, it's a new map and players are still figuring it out, but we are going to shift gears to Stronghold's live fire next, which I know you love you some live fire. So what do you expect to see on this one, Beetle?
Um, I'm not really sure. I've been seeing a lot of mix lately of people that
I like
just
it.
want to try and hold, A and B versus people that want to try to rotate really quickly. So I feel like I'm leaning towards they're going to be rotating, especially on the side of Neon Nightcats, because they've just felt really strong so far in this series. And with the slays they've been able to get, I feel like they're not going to shy away from just bullying Ghostify and trying to make sure that they fly across the map as they quickly get this snipe. I don't think Rondon's going to be able to get out here. Manages to get another one shot, but I think Snipe got away for now. We're seeing Nascast trying to look for it. The shots are coming through. The repeak not going to connect, and now they have 2 people in this bottom mid area trying to flank out on the sniper. But once again, they are spotted out a bit. Great team shots from them. Take that first player down quickly. And I love this trying to hide as the nade comes through, but that was almost played perfectly to where they were both going to get 2 kills and get out.
Yeah, I agree. That was a really nice. He sort of knew that he was going to die. He did the damage that he needed to do, but he just delayed just long enough so his teammate could come around and clean up the kill, which sort of definitely guaranteed them camo as well. So, we see a 33-point lead in the way of Neon Nightcats right now, but Ghostify, they have 2 hills now. They're going to tick it away. They have sniper. Things are looking like in good shape right now if you are trying to make a comeback. But it looks like C is about to be flipped, or it's definitely working on, and There's a possibility of a triple cap here, Beetle. And of course, I spoke too soon, but more points are ticking away for Neon Nightcats right now. And so, if you're Ghostify, you really need to sort of slow things down and take control and try to get a pick here before you just keep solo pushing, because this is a very spirally map, and you go, oh no, we've all been there. But you don't want this thing to spiral so quickly, so fast that all of a sudden you're it's a 150 to 7 lead. So. Looks like some good slays are coming in right now, though, from both teams, and we'll see how this plays out. And did he get him? He did stick him. I love the old stick at the end. Peek the corner, and I'm going to shove this right in your face.
Yeah, it's certainly looking kind of nice for Neon Nightcats right now. And again, they are rotating around a lot. Like, I have not seen them just kind of locking things down. They've got a pretty decent lead from it as they're capping B again. So to see if they can keep up that pressure, it can be tough if Ghostfire is able to slow them down a little bit, put the fatigue on them when they're trying to make these pushes work. As two are coming across top mid, forces decent nade is going to do a lot of damage, and that might have slowed them down enough. It looks like Ninja has already gotten through as well. Is going to get taken out by the grenade. Now Naughty come through the bottom. Nascat's got a remote detonation also. Naughty's going to find one, and this should be a flip. We'll see. Oh no! It looks like the neon icon was there, so Naughty was not quite able to get A, but they got B and C, which puts them in a scoring position. They just need to hold it for a little bit, and we're already seeing these kind of rotations happen as the big door flank comes through. Camo maybe gonna get picked up. Siege trying to get there as he sees a player on screens. Good damage, but he's not gonna be able to do it as Rondon takes him out. Ninja also thinking about pushing, and Rondon's gonna go down, so they should get that camo. And I think this is what Ghostify needs to hopefully try to come back, because they're slowly letting this score kind of get away from them.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's 86 to 21, but this camo is going to be so huge. And, oh, great help right there to save the camo. They're gonna, camo sniper now. They should be able to get on the board here and cap A. That looks like camo is going to try to sneak to B while his teammate goes to fight A, and it seemed to work beautifully. But Ninja needs to play his life here and try not to get grenaded. And unfortunately, that's just a great grenade, and things like that happen.
Yeah, it was a tough situation. You could tell at first he didn't want to shoot that big door guy because he knew he was going to be exposed if he did that. Ends up taking the shot and going down from it. It looks like we got a bit of a congestion going here at B. Nightquill getting a lot done, finds another one-shot player, and so far has been able to save it, finds the snipe player down there. This is a weird angle to be sniping at, but it is scary to peek that because they might just rip the head, but does come out on top. Is going to potentially kill the guy big door. Looks like Forces was on the case. So more points about to be going the way of Neon Nightcats. Trying to hit the shot. Is going to catch the body. The nades are not quite there. And this player might be able to survive as the help is coming through from Bridge. Looks like they were able to pick up one. Neon Icon is going to fly up behind him. I feel like they kind of lost track of him. They'll have to see if he can get something done as these players are there. Great kill on a Nascast. He's flying back up in the sky, but it's not going to save him this time.
Yeah, he thought he was Superman there for a minute. He was going to fly away, but unfortunately, he was one shot, so he was sort of probably dead either way, and that was probably his best chance to live. We do see 3 players down right now for Ghostify, and they are ticking away though. So they're closing the lead. It's 115 to 44. We'll see how this next round of slays and spawns come up, but it looks like B is going to be hotly contested, and unfortunately he probably could have got a back smack there and reset it, but they were collapsing so fast it would have only been a temporary fix. But 3 players are down right now for Neon Nightcats, so again another chance for Ghostify to put some points on the board here if they can kill this last player quickly once they were able to.
Yeah, and I feel like they're somewhat starting to catch up to the pace of Neon Nightcats, but just not quite, as Nightquill was able to sneak through and has that QT. Like, they're getting a lot of decent back and forth. It just feels like Neon Nightcats are barely ahead of the curve, and they keep managing to save these points from getting taken. Player in A is going to be forced back from the reset. I think that player has camo, which is why Nightquill is trying to just throw a lot of grenades and be a problem, really slowing down that camo player, making it so hard for Nascast to do anything. And camo's out and the nades are in, and that was a great job by Neon Nightcats to be able to shut down that camo player. There was just so much pressure that he couldn't get anything done.
Yeah, it seems like it might be time for a listen. And Beetle, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Neon Nightcats is time because we have not heard what they're talking about yet.
Sir, yes, sir.
Bottom mid, right.
Here, bottom mid.
I got sniper.
2 dead, I got 2.
Ah, Naughty got me. Top
Training.
bridge.
Training to back green. So forces, don't rotate back to A. Back to A if you're the only person there.
One shot B hole.
Here, fight green now. A plat, A plat.
Oh, this fucking server's sick.
There's a sniper on
Top mid.
sand.
Back green, I got him. And then A plat,
They
A
got
plat.
sniper. They got sniper. They got sniper. I
He's A
spawned
plat.
B.
He's
went
white wall,
pillars.
white
Let's
wall,
see
white
that.
wall. We can get C.
Pillars,
We
Ron.
can get C. They're gonna spawn near dummies. We need to get C.
All right, I'm getting C.
I'm in back.
Oh,
B,
shit,
Ron.
they're-
Okay.
Snipe 2 on C. 2 on C.
Yeah,
I knew they were gonna push me from dummies.
We gotta kill this guy
Lefty, lefty.
fast.
Two bridge, guys. I pinged
Two
him.
nest bridge, two nest bridge.
Let's go wins.
I spawned turbine.
Let's go
I'm
wins.
way away from you
Last guy,
forces.
last guy.
Fine, three dead, three dead, three
Hop
dead.
C, hop C immediately, hop C
Hey, good
immediately.
shit. Good shit for us. I'm in pillars, guys. I'm waiting. I'm looking big. One in light side, B.
A bags, two A bags. I fucking trolled.
Came
Concrete,
White wall,
concrete.
white wall, and two A
Back B,
bags.
back B.
The white wall's one shot.
Pillars,
We need to
pillars,
get numbers,
pillars.
guys. We need to get numbers.
What?
Here,
Sorry,
rap A,
sorry,
rap
man.
A, rap A, rap A, rap A.
I'm behind
Still
you.
pillars.
A bag. Yeah, it's too late. Dude, you gotta back up now.
Came on 10. Came on 10, guys.
Two there, Ron.
Yeah.
Top A, top
Guys, stop going to B. Walk through top mid together.
Guys, play camel.
Double
force.
it together.
Play camel.
Wait,
He's-
forces, wait.
A. Oh my god, man. Now I'm dead.
Dummies, dummies, dummies.
Yo, they're at
I'm looking.
Nuts.
He's dead. He's dead.
Nuts is down.
He's fucking stuck, man. I know he's on
We gotta play for
10.
camel there, guys. It's all good. It's all good.
On camo. We have to go somewhere now.
Yeah,
Together.
We gotta go A. Let's go work A. Work A, guys.
Here, just hit top mid with me.
Screens,
I'll
one
go.
shot.
Hey, bags.
Here now. Go ahead.
Hey, bags weak. He's two
Good.
shot. Challenge.
Camo's
dumbass.
right by Keydoor. Keydoor night.
B,
Trade
B
it,
light
trade it.
side,
Camo's
B
dead.
light side.
You
Dark
gotta
side
get in
B
A.
now.
You gotta get in. Gotta get in and look for your big door. Top mid, top mid.
He went Keto.
Alright, gonna be behind you, Ron. Gonna be behind you now. You gotta just
Focus
fight.
him, Ron. Just focus him. All you can do. Good
How many
stuff.
fucking
Yeah, nice,
shots does
nice,
she
nice.
take?
Dude, come on, man.
And A
Bro, I
bags
just-
one. Alright. Stop,
2A,
stop,
bro.
Ron.
There's
Stop,
2A.
stop, stop,
I
stop,
did.
stop,
I did.
stop,
I did. I
stop.
did.
Alright. Everybody walk
good base,
OS
boys, we're
and
fine.
hit A. Walk OS and hit A.
Coming.
Bottom B still. I just saw him.
I just got cleaned up trying to get there.
I'm going through rat tunnel.
We're taking fucking forever.
Smoke.
They're all over me in A forces.
Top A.
I spawned
I'm
one.
one
I
shot.
spawned one. I'm coming with you. Going B.
They're gonna spawn dummies.
One shot, Ron. My ex. Outside. He's bottom B. Bottom B, Ron. Nice
Stuck
shot.
me.
Stuck.
It's fine. Good play from him.
They're at C.
You
They're
gotta
at C.
come
They're
to
at C.
this. Hey, yeah, just come to me. Come to me.
I'm coming. I'm here.
Alright, go A flat. Go A flat.
There's one back B.
He's in back B. I'm with you, Knight.
You gotta shoot my back B.
Top
he's
mid.
in
Top
pillars,
mid.
pillars.
And
shoot him.
pillars, pillars.
He's dead.
Top mid. One shot.
So,
They want
got
bottom.
sniper.
They want bottom.
Where are you shooting at?
Watch top mid.
stay A, Ron. Stay A. Stay back
Okay.
A, Ron. Stay back. Stay
I am.
back. Stay back.
Nest bridge.
Yeah,
You
bridge.
gotta
Go
block the
throwing, go throwing.
spawners. Yeah, I have your top mid. You just gotta hold with him.
They know I'm here. Guys, help me.
I'm
Forces,
playing-
Look at me. My bridge, guys. My bridge.
They have camo.
They
They have
might
snipe
know
top
I'm here.
mid. He's just chasing me on 10 ping. It's all good. He's top mid, scamming.
Hey,
and then one's gonna be here.
hey.
Help him ace.
They're
Help
I'm
him ace.
dead. I'm dead.
Go see Neon. You can't
We're all
hide in
dead.
corners,
They got me
bro, when they're
sniping.
hitting A.
All right, we're back from that listening, and like it sounded like we had a lot of IGLing and stuff going on, but as things were turning against them, I felt like you could hear a bit of frustration in those comms. How did you feel about it, Bump?
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely could sense the frustration and sort of those trying to control the amount of solo pushes that were happening, and that was just while we were doing the listening, that was such a huge swing for Ghostify that they've certainly taken just a slight lead. It's definitely a long way to go, but that's exactly what you needed if you were Ghostify to try to turn the tides a little bit. But right now we're seeing Neon Nightcats put some points on the board, and they should be jumping into the lead as they're holding A, B, and they were holding C, but of course that's where Ghostify spawned. But I thought the comms were good. I mean, they definitely were giving a lot of strat, like go camo and then push bottom mid, or three of you, all of you hold hands going to A together, and so their strats were tight, and it's not about that for them. It just came down to execution, and we were listening in. Neon was just absolutely, unfortunately, not able to execute what they wanted to do, but they definitely were calling out what they wanted to do.
Yeah, no, they certainly had a plan, and we're making a lot of good call outs about it. But Ghostfire was just kind of clutching up. They were turtling really nicely. Like, I felt like all of those pushes were getting shut down so clean. They were able to do decent damage, stay alive, and just like this is like the players finally get an opening, but out of nowhere it's Nazcast who goes down from screens to pillar door, which is like just not something you're gonna really expect, and it happens so fast. He gets another kill to keep them in it. And they only need a couple more points right now. We got one push out of Neon Nightcats, but a couple go down. This training player's in trouble as the crossfire happens, and it looks like that's probably going to do it. There's a player in hill. I just don't think that he'll be able to stop it. One more second, another one gets in, and this time the player is one shot in the back, but no, the grenades are good, and Ghostify are going to tie us up 2-2.
Wow, that was an absolutely incredible comeback. Oh my goodness. It looked like for the first 100, 150 points or whatnot, first 100 points, it looked like Neon Nightcats was going to run away with it. And again, grand finals, 2-2. We're inching our way closer to a game 7, and such good teamwork out of Ghostify there to turn the corner, and they were watching each other's angles, and they just did such a phenomenal job of looking out for each other. And it looks like they had I'll do the assist math in a minute, but they had quite a few assists there, Beetle. And
They
again,
were on top of the assist.
yeah, they were
sure.
all over it. Yeah,
Like
they were
they
on
were
it.
on top by a decent amount. Somewhere between 7 and 10. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
on a first glance, but yeah, I mean, look at like their kills are nice. Hey, and they just locked it down so well. Like every single time that Neon tried to make something happen, and we heard the call outs for those things to happen. It's like they had a good plan. They were trying to make pushes together. But Ghostify just always had the right angle. They were getting good shots, good damage. People weren't giving up their lives for free. And they more or less stalled it out to bring a huge comeback because they were down like, I think it was like 140 or 150 or something like that to like 20 something at one point in that
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
And
no, they
by one point,
definitely
I
they
mean
were.
the start of the listening.
Yeah, during the listening, we were talking about. It seemed like Neon Nightcats, they had just committed to camo so hard. They had so many players over there, and the fight just unfortunately was such a prolonged fight that during that entire time, Ghostify was just ticking away second after second after second, and that was a huge swing of probably 45 seconds on the scoreboard. And things happen, and like we were talking about, they were sort of fully committed at that point. They can't just leave it because then they're giving up camo and giving up seconds. But that one fight there certainly uh, brought the match much closer. And then they it seemed like they were never able to fully recover, even though they did sort of get some caps and continue to get points on the board. But they had seemed like they were the offensive team for a lot of the series so far. And then they sort of felt more like they were on the defensive there near the end of this one.
Yeah, I mean that's the tough part when you are being the more aggressive team is if you do randomly stop having that momentum, sometimes the other team will just be able to lock you out. Like I felt like basically once they were shut down from their like kind of rotate thing that they were doing in the beginning, Ghostify got a hold of A and they never gave it up really. Like every time a push tried to come into A, they were getting finessed out of it every single time. And because they couldn't take that anchor position, they were eventually, like kind of trading B back and forth a couple of times. But the anchor position A was just too strong, and they were not able to overcome it. And that's what you got to be careful with when you are playing that rotation heavy match. Is you have to be able to keep that pace up. If your pace starts slowing down, then you won't be able to crack the turtle.
Yeah, and just like that, it's a 2-2 series, so it sort of becomes a best of 3 series from here on out. And we're gonna start off with Slayer Aquarius on this first push here. And again, this I feel like is another map, and maybe it's just a Slayer mode in particular, but it can be very swingy and very very collapsy. But controlling the spawns is so big here, and I will say, that is something that. It seemed like during the CTF game on Origin that Ghostify was not able to do, so it'll be interesting to see if they are able to sort of control these spawns and sort of, pin a team back to see if they can collapse and continue to get kill after kill.
Dude, poor Nazcast. Stuck car 1 every time tries to push anything, gets into a fight. He's picking up the kill each time. but it just feels so awkward when that happens. You're just like, okay, gotta get my shields back. And then there's
Yeah.
another guy, and you're like, all right, hold on. But it does work out. They have a 1-kill lead. Nazcast is still alive. Gonna try to push into the util. Doesn't know that there's 3 players in here. Might be able to sneak an extra one. Gets 2 down to 1 shot. Gets the trade. I did not think he'd be able to get another melee out. So great damage. But during that, good stuff came in from Neon Nightcats as they were able to take the lead by 1.
Yeah, that was just, I think at one point there were like 4 players in a yellow utility, so they were just throwing haymakers. It was like I won't make another old boxing reference, but it was just throwing haymakers back and forth and, getting stuck in the bridge there is the connector is definitely not a good strat. So I appreciate that Neon dropped down and he's trying to find, he knows that there's players here. He thought there was, but now there's 3 pushing through blue utility and car side, and that is just a recipe for exactly that to happen. Unfortunately, it's still a 1-kill lead. We see 3 players down momentarily for Neon Nightcats.
Yeah, and this is what I was a little worried about, is with all those players going down, Rondon did try to see if he could play off of any of that damage, but ended up getting collapsed on. And so still a 1-kill lead for Neon Nightcats, but it is getting a little dangerous. I feel like a lot of them are in awkward spots at the bottom of the map. Naughty's going to pick up one, but goes down as well. We're tied up. Siege looking to find the player that got Naughty, but doesn't know where that player is. I think the player stayed kind of in the util area, is about to run into a couple players on flag. Good damage onto one. Will he be able to take him out? He needs to get this kill before the other player comes behind him. But wait, where'd that player go? Oh, no! It looks like Rondon was having trouble figuring out what was going on as Siege somehow comes out on top. I thought Siege was trading for sure.
Yeah, I thought a trade was best case scenario, but it looked like some damage came in, maybe from top middle or whatever, and forced Rondon to sort of take a less aggressive stance and just sort of wait for Siege to come to him. And unfortunately for Rondon, he was just great teamwork and great shots sort of forced him to play a little more passive than probably wanted to here. But Siege has to get out of Refrigerator as soon as possible. It's definitely the worst place to be on the map if you're stuck, because there's no hope for you unless you just fly P-side and get out of there quickly, given the fact that blue base was contained.
Yeah, it looks like they wanted to push into blue, but they kind of just never got what they needed to get in there. And so now Siege is trying to get out, has help as Ninja picks up 1. And they're still holding on to P side. We'll see how this works out as the trades are kind of coming through. Gonna find another player low. Unfortunately, Ninja drops off right as the player goes up. Looks like he was able to find the kill, but there are still a couple more on blue fridge door. Trying to make their way through those nades. Not quite good enough to connect with Siege. He runs into another player, P1. There is no help so far. He's trying to finesse his way out of it, but eventually will go down, and it looks like the fight is starting to shift over to the car side as Nightquill picks up 1.
Yeah, and Siege, I mean, he was stuck down P1 for so long, but his entire life he was just doing so much damage. But unfortunately, it was sort of empty damage because he didn't have the elevation advantage. So he was doing damage and then turning around and shooting somebody else, but he was sort of a human ping pong ball there for a while.
See what Nightquill can do up here at car 3. They're trying to get a hold of this camo. He's going to force one player down. I don't really see anyone in a great position to stop him. Looks like a couple of kills from his teammates going down happened for Ghostify, but during that, Nightquill was able to get the camo. Was chasing for a little bit there. Looks like has changed his mind as he gets good damage onto one player. Another player comes up onto P2, doesn't know he's there. And I feel like that was really good for him to be able to eat some damage right there, knowing he was going to get away. Makes it so that his other teammate can get a free angle. He's going to have camo for the repeat. It didn't really end up having to happen, but it would have been a really nice way to get that value out of camo towards the tail end of it. Now, fight is over here on the blue gen side, and so I think the Ghostfight needs to be a little bit careful that they don't get collapsed on.
Yeah, you know, we talked about this, just the value out of camo and what you're able to do with it if you can get away with it cleanly. And you know, that was a pretty decent swing there for Nightcats when they had the camo, and you can see them with a 5-kill lead. And this is the problem, you know, if you're Ghostify, you really kind of need to spawn together and shoot together and fight your way out of your base, because it's just so easy to be collapsed upon. And you know, all these trades right now are coming in, but it's a 6-kill lead, and you know, you really need to start getting a 2-for-1 here pretty quickly to close the gap, as you know, it's 36 already. So you keep trading and all of a sudden you're in, you know, you're down you're down by 4 when they have 45, and that feels a little bit less comeback-y. With a 7-kill lead now here, we're going to see if Rondon can do the new jump, and the wall sort of always seems to get a little bit bigger whenever you try to make that jump. So I can appreciate that if you're Rondon, you make that jump and you hit the little top box there, and all of a sudden your whole strat that was so goated just gets undone. But Rondon again doing so much damage. But yeah, Nightcats go 3 players down, a 4-kill lead. So this next camo is going to be absolutely massive, and we see Ninja sort of trying to get some kills, do some damage, and he's going to try to slide across and get it. But oh man, did he burn it or did he bring it to his teammate? He brought it to his teammate. Does he know it? Does Naughty know it? Oh, unfortunately, Naughty got pinched. I'm not sure if she was able to burn it or not, but looks like there's still a good fight going on, and only a 2-kill lead here, Beetle.
Yeah, the camo fight definitely got a little interesting, but the lead's still on Neon's side. I felt like they had such a good collapse going in yellow earlier and just weren't quite able to capitalize. They saw the spawns. But if you're on Ghost Fight, you have to be really careful. Every time the Ghost Fight players go down, Neon Nightcats is so quick to look for those spawns, and that can be dangerous here at the end. But we are tied up. Nazcast is kind of stuck in P1. Gonna try to figure out what happened to Ninja, see if he can't catch the player. He's trying to do some damage. Unfortunately, Rondon picks up 1. The trade comes through. They are down 1, got caught reloading, and he's potentially getting pinched. He's trying to stay up. The nade's gonna go a little bit long. They're down another kill. As the trades are still coming through. 2 players here on Forces. Forces goes down. A huge grenade. I'm actually surprised it didn't pick up one of them. One of the players P1 is 1 shot. As Neon is going to get 1. Rondon got another. And there's still only a 1-kill advantage. You have to get this kill. Gets that one. And we're tied up 48-48.
Beetle, I'm going to let you take this one away because I'm on the edge of my seat, my man. You're
Okay,
killing it.
all right, well,
48-48. Let's go.
Forces trying to push up. There's 3 people over in that yellow fridge area. Looks like a couple of them went to flag, which is kind of dangerous. Got to be careful here as Naughty Angel picks up 1. This player in the corner is going to bait just long enough. Naughty gets the double kill. And Ghostify is going to win that game. I was very worried for them throughout most of that Slayer. I felt like Neon Nightcats were looking pretty nice. But Ghostify with some nice bait and switching with that fridge player is like, you know, I feel like it's such a tricky thing to do because you want to go for that player in the fridge. You feel like they're in fridge. This should be an easy kill. And then you get swung from the stairs and just double kill goes down like that. But Ghostify taking their first lead of the series. And it's a good lead to have because now they only need 1 more to take it home.
Yeah, that's absolutely intense. Naughty was pinned in her fridge. They had a guy sort of, another teammate sort of looking over her, and then 2 players fly top P thinking they have Naughty dead to rights, and they just team shot so nicely. And so, wow, what an unbelievable comeback, an unbelievable victory for Ghostify, as you mentioned, to take the 3-2 lead. And Ninja Dilly leading the entire lobby with 15 kills and 10 assists. So his damage, I bet, is going to be pretty massive looking at just the amount of kills and assists that he had. But again, just such a evenly matched series. And we talked about that going into it, that you know, I sort of jokingly, half seriously predicted this could easily be a 7-game series. And, you know, we're on game 6 right now, so only 1 more to go. And I'll give a shout out to Hey Lord Hey in the chat for the followers. So we appreciate you. Welcome to AB. Welcome to the AB stream. We are heading into game 6 and super excited about it.
Yeah, and I feel like Ghostify is just really starting to come alive compared to like that first game that we saw. Is they're starting to get good collapses. The shots are looking clean. You know, like you said, those assist numbers are looking good. And they're really starting to work well together. It also makes me kind of wonder, you know, like how much of this is them just getting, you know, in the zone versus the teams having like a little bit differences on like what kind of maps they like, you know, which of those things is kind of playing into it throughout this series.
Yeah, no, I think you know, when you have 2 evenly matched teams like this, there's definitely map preferences, and it's, you know, and we'll see who prefers streets, I suppose, as this one unfolds. But it is oddball streets coming up, and you know, Naughty is she is one of the most talented oddball players in our league. She always knows when to play it, and she has great holds, and she has great rotations. And you know, I would not be surprised to see her sort of being the primary ball holder for her team. But again, it's sort of positioning and timing and figuring out what's going to go on. But Oddball Streets is so intense. You know, you can lose the first round and then come back, obviously, as you know, and win the next 2. So, you know, you're really not out of it. And I'm getting hyped, Beetle. I'm getting hyped over here. Game 6, baby.
Yeah, it should be exciting. I mean, this map can always be a little bit difficult when some of those places are just really easy to lock down. Like if you get back C, it's so hard to get in there sometimes and actually crack the players out because there's so many ways to get some damage and then dip back. And especially if like a flanker randomly comes out when you're not ready for it on driveway or something. So that is something to watch out for as these players are getting ready for the match. But yeah, I think a lot of it is going to come down to the camo play. Like if teams are able to get a hold of that camo, that's a great way to not only hold your setup, but also break the other setup. I'm wondering if we're going to see something like with the new trends from a lot of the top teams where players are playing it a little more risky in the mid-map areas, you know, trying to get those angles that you're not really expecting to get picks and stuff like that early on as we are getting into this match. What do you expect out of these teams?
I mean, just like the whole series has been so close that I would, this has round 3 written all over it. I do think you mentioned the sort of the fight for camo in the mid, and it seems like since they took the shotgun out, there's almost no purpose in really going purple anymore off the opening rip. So I feel like we're seeing a lot more priority placed on the B side, especially as things start quickly. And so it'll be interesting to see how these teams play it. I mean, it's always good to send one just to kind of be the overlook and to see what's happening and make sure you don't get completely flanked. But the fight is going to be at B, and whoever wins B first is most likely going to be able to start collapsing either A or C to take some ball time and get some setup going. And again, as I say it, we're going to rush purple. I do see a texture glitch right here, so everything looks a little bit wonky. I don't know if that's an observer. I'm assuming that's an observer texture
That's
glitch.
on the ops. Okay, interesting pillars. This is kind of a weird texture because I haven't really seen this one. It looks like it's putting giant leaf walls all over the place. Oh, we do see Siege gonna be pushing over here into C right now, kind of looking to see if he can't get a cutoff as the ball has already moved through. Gets good damage, but not enough as Nightpool is gonna take him down. We have Naughty
Taking through floors, baby.
coming through. The huge, interesting plant pillars are going to be tough for us to deal with, but I think Nascast is not having a problem with it. Is going to pop in with that camo. Doesn't quite get the first shot. Is able to get a kill. The players have him kind of pinched. He's in such a dangerous spot. I cannot believe that he was able to stay alive. I felt like there were enough players in the tram area to be able to track him down, but is going to be able to catch up to this red gun player. Does some decent damage. You're going to take that out. And this is what I was saying with the camo being important. That looked like Neon Nightcat should have had a hold there, but camo got in and just kind of broke apart their setup.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that I always wondered if Reaper had walls on, and he's able to see through some of these walls, and so it'll be we'll see. This is going to be an interesting match to cast. It is a tied game right now, almost a tied game, and the ball is just sort of lurking back C, and it looks like both teams are going to try to prioritize slaying and map positioning over ball time, which again makes sense. And we talk about this often, but in our upper lobbies, our Division 1, Division 2 lobbies, we typically see the ball being played much quicker than we do in the D3 and D4 lobbies. And the second there's a this is wild. The second there's a kill that comes in those lobbies, the ball is played, and a 5-10 second chunk of time is huge, but we see longer holds here. And so we'll see how long this hold's going to be. It looks like that they're in some pretty decent position. Camo is coming up, so you mentioned it's a great way to extend your time or to break the setup, and it looks like Ghostify is collapsing pretty hard on it, and they might have overcommitted because now they're about to go 4 down, and it's going to be some really substantial ball time here coming out of Neon Nightcats.
Yeah, it looked like Ghostify came out on top as far as getting the camo, but I don't think the player ever really made it out of Shroud. I think they did get naded out. So Neon Nightcats have had a pretty good start, up to 40 seconds. It looks like Rondon is going to try to stop the purple push. Going to find a player, gets decent shots right away, but does get stuck. And so is going to go down as Naughty, the last player up. It looks like they got picked apart when they were trying to cross, and Neon Nightcats are doing a great job with the hold right now so far, doing a lot of damage. Siege gets some good damage. He wasn't able to get either of those kills. It's taken down to 1 shot, and I feel like this has been the story of the game so far. Neon Nightcats are just getting away with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, his grenade hit the weird lip there, heading down from the former shotty, and it sort of didn't go the exact direction that he wanted. But Nascast coming in, the ball should be played now. So a good chance for Ghostify to take control of C, see where they want to hold it. And unfortunately, Nascast is these big objects in the way are going to prevent us from seeing who's shooting him, but it won't prevent him from getting shot, that's for sure.
Yeah, looks like they're having a little bit of trouble trying to get the ball back in. They keep getting it close, but every time it feels like somebody on Neon Nightcats is there to kind of do the damage. and shut him down a little bit. We've got decent nades going out onto the place trying to push up on C, and what a good timing from Nazcast. He's going to catch a player not looking, hits the perfect. It looks like Siege was able to get one, and with that many players down, I think that they might be able to get the ball here pretty soon. There's one player trying to push front C. Nazcast having a bit of trouble trying to get to him. They both have to drop from C stairs, and now they're in an awkward spot where the nades might come through. Double push on the purple, a couple going down. And I feel like Ghostify had a lot of opportunities there to get some time, but just were not quite quick enough at grabbing it. And it feels like Neon Nightcats are slowly going to be able to take over this area as the player on Trash is going to go down.
Yeah, you mentioned that Neon Nightcats is a pretty aggressive team, and you're not going to see them not holding forward much of the time. And I think when there's maps and you can get some setup and some control, that definitely benefits Ghostify. But these scrappy fights just they continue to sort of overall go a little bit more towards Neon Nightcats and just their absolute ability to collapse and go so fast across the map that it's keeping Ghostify, as you mentioned, sort of from being able to get any ball time and to really get set up. Excuse me.
Yeah, they make their decisions really quickly. Like even there, what we just saw in ATM is like went for the jump up, saw there was a person, immediately doubles back to just be in a position to do damage again. And like it's a little risky if you get predicted doing that. It's like you're at a disadvantage. But with all of them doing it so well right now, they're getting lots of damage. Rondon gets a couple of shots on the B stairs. Now, it looks like he's thinking about trying to push up, but there's a lot of pressure. The good news is he has spotted him out for the team, as it looks like Forces and Nightquill are going to start pulling up. Neon Icon is able to get one. Forces gets around the corner with the ball, and we're finally seeing some time going over to Neon Nightcats. It's been a bit of a drought, but during that, like we said, Ghostify wasn't really getting any time, so they weren't too worried as the timer was ticking down. Now, they got it back over to C, which they do for the most part control, so I think they're in a good position for this first round.
Yeah, and I like Ghostify's adjustment right now, because they definitely on that last sort of when the ball was down or on the benches side there forever, they were controlling the B side. So Neon Nightcats was not able to pick the ball up, but neither were they, because they were so far away. And so that time you saw they sort of divided and conquered, and I think they had two guys going ATM and two guys at B side, and so they really were able to pinch and not only get the slays but make them maximize value for them, pick the ball up. And so just like that, we're seeing some good time on the ticking away for Ghostify here, and I really do appreciate their mix up on that last sort of hole, try to get the ball.
Yeah, they've moved it over onto the B side a bit, and looks like they are trying to get this camo. It was quite a fight for camo. It's been up for a bit. Players are trading out back and forth, but Ghostfire able to get that, and they held on to the ball the whole time. So, oh, no way. I'm not sure if that's because that player saw him or if that was just to get a high angle over the ball right there, but it does kind of stuff out camo in one of the most interesting ways to go down if you're a camo player. They probably weren't expecting that, and unfortunately for Ghostify, that is going to give Neon Nightcats the ball. They wanted to move it to A, but all the spawners come in over on Cafe, so they're trying to get it out as fast as they can.
Yeah, he turned the corner with the ball to try to get it to back A, and he saw three little icons there of people who were not very friendly to him. So he decided to turn around and bring the ball the other way, which was a great decision. Nightquill, good damage, picks up a kill and does great damage on another player. But Ghostify right now is getting some ball time, and this has been a very back and forth round one for Oddball, and it feels like whoever gets the ball at the 90-second mark is probably going to win it. So we'll see if any. I've been wrong all day, so what would be one more time? But we do see the 90 seconds crossed for Ghostify, and they really only need one more slay. And unfortunately, Ninja throws a rough grenade, but the slays come in. And they need one more second, and Ninja's on the case. Or nope, Ninja didn't get it, but he was on the case to help. So round one goes to Ghostify. Game 6. This is an absolute do or die for Neon Nightcats.
Yeah, I mean, just one more round and Ghostify's going to take it. Like it felt like they were having some trouble in the beginning, but they stuck it out the entire time and eventually grinded their way through. Had a couple gold holds. We have a couple pushing up onto purple. They're going to find one. Gets him through the shroud. That always feels terrible when you throw the shroud and they still get you. But a couple going to go down. The front A fight is happening. Let's see who comes on top here. 4 go down for Neon Nightcats. As Naughty is in a good spot to, maybe overlook for this camo. It's kind of awkward to go from B stairs, but a player did come in from behind. I've kind of seen how that spawn happens. is if you're spread out that much, sometimes players spawn in red room on you, and I think that is how it went down. As now suddenly we have 3 down for Ghostify, and things are looking pretty promising. But during all that, I'm surprised that Nascast was able to get that camo, considering how many were down on his team at the time.
Yeah, it was definitely a sneaky camo grab, and you know, again, this has been a very scrappy fight, and the scrappy fights I think have mostly gone for Neon Nightcats, but their aggressiveness sometimes does allow Ghostify to get a pick, and then you know their team shots come in because their teamwork has been so solid this second half of the series. So, you know, if you're Neon Nightcats right now, you don't want to slow it down, but you need to push together in team shot because we see a 20-second lead out of Ghostify, and they were only 80 seconds away from being a D3 champs. And you know the nerves start picking up here a little bit. It's nice to see Neon get some time on the ball. Nerves start picking up, Beetle. You know you miss a couple shots that you hope that you don't, and all of a sudden it's a different map mode, different series. So we'll see how this next hole plays out. It looks like the ball was played, so time for slaying and seeing who can get the ball next. Again, the ball's down bottom mid, so we'll see if Ghostify continues with their upgraded strat of sending 2 players to B and 2 players to ATM, or if that was just a one-time thing based on spawns.
Yeah, I feel like Neon Nightcast needs to just be a little careful with their aggression, make sure they're not getting picked. But the trades are coming through. Unfortunately, the ball has kind of gotten away. Nightquill's going to hit some decent shots as they do pick up this second camo. So you're going to have to make it work. Unfortunately, Rondon's the only one up. He's going to have to be really careful. But no, Naughty was on the case. I thought I heard some footsteps, and Snotty's going to instantly shut down that camo. They have 2 down, which puts them in a good spot to get a hold. The ball is having a little bit of trouble getting out of the B stairs area. Looks like maybe he's gone down, so the ball is still down there. That's a bit of a blessing for Neon Nightcats, as they were potentially going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's the little details that can make or break a swing on a map. And you mentioned they had a hard time getting out of B, and you know or getting out of B stairs. And I wouldn't be surprised if this ball. Well, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if it resets here because both teams have done such a nice job of covering it. But out of all that scrappiness, I mean, Ghostify, I've been talking about Neon Nightcats winning the scrappy fights, but Ghostify has definitely come to life here the second half of the series. And, you know, I think that they're starting to really come out on top of the scrappy fights. And as a result, their teamwork and their sort of strategy is paying off, and they're continuing to tick time away. And a huge kill by Ninja Dilly there, just to continue to slow things down. If he got that stick, that would have been insane.
Yeah, they almost had a really nice hold. You know, Nightcaps were able to break it. Now, Nightquill looks like he's trying to catch one of the pushers on Purple's side. Is going to find one, gets decent damage, catches him sliding, but no, Nascast is going to come out on top, even though I felt like he didn't really have the advantage. Going for the stick, not going to land, ends up having to trade. Now, Forces suddenly finds himself last up, is going to run into a player, trying to hit the strafe on him, gets a trade. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Maybe, though, as it looks like Nightquill has already spawned up, tries to get away, but they have another teammate moving over into Music, and Nascast is having to back up, but they pulled the ball away, and Ghostify is sneaking more and more time as these players both had to back up on B side.
Yeah, and a huge shout out to Nascast. Right? I mean, he has 27 slays, Ninja Dilly with 25. I mean, both of them are just, again, absolutely frying, which is what we would expect out of them. But definitely a huge game out of Nascast and Ninja Dilly between 27, 14, and 25 and 16. I mean, the damage that both of them are going to have is definitely going to be insane for this Oddball game, which is always fun to see because Oddball, as we know, can be a mix of strat and slay and push here and don't go there. And what a stone Ninja Dilly is just having his way right now with this camo, and this is going to be a huge camo play because if Ninja can continue to get some slays here, they might be able to tick away another 5-10 seconds of ball time, and oh no, and that will really put the pressure on Ninja. 3 down right now. The ball's still down though, and Ghostify is able to pick it up. And so Beetle, this if you're Neon right now, you got to be a little bit nervous about this hold.
Yeah, it's tough to get in. They already picked 2, and like I said, it's so hard to crack C. Another one goes down. Looks like one player has found their way in, but Ninja is on the case, going to get that trade. The ball's trying to get out. Siege manages to get the corner. There is a player up there. Looks like Naughty got the trade as well. Siege, unsure where he wants to go, looking for a spawner, is going to catch a player around the corner. Doesn't get the double beatdown as had to turn a little bit for the second one. So just barely with 1 second left, it looks like Ghostify not quite going to close it out yet, but they only need a few kills and just maybe even a misplay from the ball to sneak in. Nightquill is trying really hard to play the back of the base, but I don't know. This feels like a desperate hold at the moment, especially with 2 more going down. He's the last up. He has to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that he wasn't holding the ball there because he has to live and he has to get slays. But unfortunately, just the collapse came in so fast. It's not over yet, though. Forces is going to try to be a force and keep things going. What a fight. What a fight.
No way. The ball got picked up, but it wasn't held for a full second. Neon Nightcats are keeping it going. Ninja trying to flank through, but he got spotted. He's gonna jump up. Looks like he tries to, be a little tricky and go down to driveway. It's not gonna happen. And somehow Neon Nightcats are still in this. The fight going down on driveway forces trades with Naughty as the Neon Icon is trying to pick up the slack, but there isn't anyone pushing there yet. Looks like they'll really need to make sure they keep track of where these spawners are going.
Yeah, Needle, this is unbelievable. If they can get another round of slays here, all of a sudden you're looking at a very, very close game. And, one of the things that
Oh, no!
I didn't
Somebody
even
snuck
see it.
through.
Oh, I was just going to say, one of the things you have to be careful of is I didn't know where Camo ended up. I didn't know who got Camo at the end there. And you have to be so careful. And it might not have been the Camo player, but, what an incredible series, Beetle. All of the maps and modes were so close once we got through the first one there. It was such a high intensity and just action-packed best of 7 series. Oh my god, that was incredible.
Yeah, no, and I feel like Camo had to have snuck through. I didn't really see anyone close, unless somebody just beelined it in through front C and just killed ball. But yeah, we are gonna have that going over to Ghostify. They're our Division 3 champions. So congratulations to them. They played well. They got the run back on Neon Nightcats, who they did lose to during the regular season. So that also has to feel pretty nice. And they are gonna be our champions. Bump, you got any final thoughts on the game?
Just an incredible series, and again, I kept track of the assist, and every time the team won the assist, they won the map and mode. So it just goes to show that putting in the practice and the reps and the grinding and working together as a team, some good IGL certainly can help when your teammates are helping you and they're not leaving you. And so just an incredible series. Congratulations to Ghostify, as you mentioned, the champs. Nice little paycheck coming their way. They won some money out of this, and a great season for Neon as well. So just a incredible series and incredible season for Division 3.
Yeah, certainly fun. And if you had fun watching this and are wondering, like, oh man, how do I actually play in that? Well, why don't you hit !Discord to get a link to the Discord for Ascending Baseline while I tell you a little bit about it. Ascending Baseline is a gaming and fitness community for all skill levels who encourage and support members to ascend their own baseline, not only in gaming, but their health and fitness too. We've got an active looking for group where we get like 3 to 5 lobbies almost every single night. I think we got some 8s going on right now as part of our, casual game night type stuff. I'm not sure how long they're going on, but the lobbies are looking pretty full down there. So, try to hop in if you can. We got monthly tournaments with prize pools. We do got one coming up. I think it's on the 17th of next month. And I'm trying to remember, Bump, do you remember what that tournament was for? I just read the thing yesterday. I think it was,
I wish I could bail you out here. I can look
yeah, I
while
think
you
it was a
keep
squad
going. How
battle
about
one.
that?
But yeah, that sounds good. So we got our quarterly leagues. The AB League is what we were just watching. This was Division 3. It's split into 4 different divisions, which have a different kind of skill caps. So no matter what skill you're at, you'll be able to find a league to be able to play in. Division 1 is uncapped. That's going to be the sweatiest league. You can technically join with any team. I think we added a minimum, actually, but you can join up on that. That is where we're going to see the best players play. We've got pros playing in that from time to time, so certainly fun. Pandemonium League is about to start up, and that's going to be a draft-based league, so you just sign up, and captains will be sorted out a little bit ahead of time, and then I think the day before the league actually starts, the teams will be picked, and so you'll be able to find out who you're playing with and what's going on there. All of our tournaments, leagues, and events are casted and streamed right here on the Ascending Baseline channel. We've got detailed player tracking stats for some of our tournaments and things like that. So if you're trying to keep track of how you've been doing, you can always check that out. Bump, did you find out about that tournament?
Yeah, it's on April 12th. It is a squad battle draft tournament. It's a $300 prize pool plus 8,000 Halo credits, and it's a free entry. If you can refer a friend to sign up as well, you get a free entry. So, spam everybody you know, get someone to sign up with you, and it's a great chance to win some money, have some fun, and get some Halo credits.
Awesome. Well, that'll be a good time. And we got more to come in the future. So, once again, join the Discord with !Discord, and make sure to follow us on Twitter with !Twitter for all the latest news and updates with what's going on in Ascending Baseline. And if you get tired sometimes, maybe a little groggy in the morning, a little pick me up in the middle of your day, why don't you check out Coffee Brand Coffee? If you use code ASCEND, you'll get 5% off of every purchase, and that helps support Ascending Baseline. Let us do the kind of things that we get to do here. So once again, thanks for joining us. I'm Beetle Crisp. I was joined by Bump and Scatter on the mic, and we had the wonderful Reaper doing the observation and running the stream. So, we'll catch you next time with more games coming up tomorrow.